Let's hope some good people can join me tonight here. Might be good people, not dickheads, you know? This is mental stuff. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'm outside. It's a little bit hot, no breeze. Makes it a bit difficult, but that's okay. See if anyone's going to join here because I'm tired. I really am. We'll see. We will see, won't we now? Right then, let's see if we can talk about something sensible here tonight with these people. You know what I mean? But nobody's joining yet. No, I know, it's terrible. But it's only a minute in, so we'll wait and see. Now sometimes it ends, but not too much, because I'm not going to stay here too long. Alright then, my friends, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Please join me. Well, there's nothing to talk about if there's no one here, right? But that's why I'm waiting patiently to see that people do come on, which they surely will. Let's hope it's a few hundred tonight. I may look a little bit tired because I am. Da-di-da-di-da, let's wait and see if somebody's joining the party or not. Maybe I'm too late, maybe I'm too early, I don't know. Okay, someone has joined, thankfully. How are you doing, my friend? Who are you and what's your name? Let me know. I'm here to talk a little bit about the Bali story. I'm not going to read it tonight. I read it the other night, and yeah, there weren't enough people on for it to be worth my while. But anyway, it's best to talk about it. Hello there. Lots of people have joined now. Good. That's good. Send me a hello or something. Tell me what's your name. Ask you some questions. Whatever. Okay? I just want to talk about my Bali experiences and the fraud, deception, betrayal that happened there, as well as Cambodia a little bit, because a lot of rumors are floating around because of the people in Bali that spread those horrible rumors about me. But that's okay. That's why I'm here to talk about that. Yeah. It's nice to drink tea at night rather than something else. It is 8:30 in the evening here in Thailand, so yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I started this morning at 6:30. So yeah, long day, but all good. So yeah, where are the questions? Where are the people? Thanks for the like. Just talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. And I'll be doing a lot of live streams on YouTube with some interesting people who will be joining me, kind of a podcast type style, but in a real setting, not a studio setting, in the next few days. Once I get round to that. But for now, it's a little bit quiet still tonight. Yeah, so there we go. I have to wait. We doesn't work. It doesn't work tonight. I don't know why, but it's quiet tonight again. Where are my friends from the UK? Where are my friends from America? Where are my friends from all over Europe? Where are my friends from Thailand? Where are my friends from Indonesia? Where are my friends from everywhere? Don't know. Kind of weird, but anyway. Doesn't really matter. No. As I said at the beginning, I'm quite tired, so if not a lot of people come on soon, I'll be off soon. Right, a few people have joined again. That's good. Happy to see that. Only 6 minutes in, so that's good. We need to talk. We need to talk a little bit about things. So please ask me some questions. Tell me who you are. Chat with me here. Let's chat, let's talk. I think the chat is open. Yeah, the live chat is open, my friends, so talk to me. I'm ready to answer any questions, anything. But I always tell the truth, by the way. I do. I do. So, I'm not sure if anybody is here who was here the other night when I read the first chapter of the Bali book. But a lot of people liked it, and a lot more have been sold since, so I'm grateful for that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Because it's important that the story gets out for the sake of people understanding what can happen in certain countries. You know? Certain countries that can be quite difficult to live in if you don't know them well. Particularly if you get involved with the wrong people. Particularly if you're a good person. That's the problem. You know, if you're a good person, you can be kind of naive to the possibilities that can encounter you. And that's exactly what happened to me. Oh my God, yes, it was bad. But yeah, here we are. I'm in beautiful, beautiful Pattaya now. Here's my view. It's beautiful. Beautiful view over Pratanak Hill over there. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Hi there. It's nice to meet you, Amy. Nice to meet you too. Where are you from, Amy? Tell me. Talk to me. And don't forget to subscribe and like the live. Okay? I'm sorry I have to say that, but it's just important to do that. Where are you from, Amy? Have you been here before? No, you haven't, because you said it's nice to meet you. Anyway. Let's see. We need a few more people to join here before I can get going, really. But I'll try my best to entertain in the meantime, if I can, by talking about life and stories that happen. Anyway, the best place to live, in my opinion, in this world is Thailand at the moment. Yep, that's right. Not Indonesia, not Cambodia, not Singapore, not the Philippines, not Europe, not America, not South America, anywhere there. No, here, Thailand is the best place for many, many reasons. It's affordable here. It's very, very well developed. Fantastic people. I mean, there's some bad expat apples, that's for sure, but the Thai people are fantastic. That's the most important thing to understand. And yeah, it's just a very, very chill place to live and enjoy life to the fullest. So yeah, let's join people, join. Come on, let's talk about stuff and ask me all the questions you want to. I'm sure there'll be some people joining that I don't really want to join, but you know, you can't help it when the trolls are paid to come in and talk negatively about someone who they don't even know. That's another thing I want to talk about, the online problem with people who are so obsessed about doing their best to hurt other people online. Bullying, harassment, hate speech, lies, all these lovely things. It's just I would say funny, but it's not really that funny. No. But you know what I mean, right? I hope you can hear me because there's a few motorbikes going by. And so a bit of traffic, even though I live in a quite quiet neighborhood here in Pattaya, Thailand. So yeah, where is everybody? Well, if nobody's going to join, I'm going to have to do it again tomorrow. It seems I need to be somewhere else, somewhere more exciting with another person on the stream for people to really get engaged and involved these days. Maybe my old face is not good enough for people anymore. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't really matter. No. But yeah. Got a bit of a chesty cough going on. Not quite sure why, but yeah, I do. I guess I've been working too hard and not sleeping enough. I haven't been sleeping very well of late. I guess it's too much screen time and too much working online, which doesn't help. Yeah, anyway, so fuck it. Anybody else going to join or not? I'm just going to go and get some water very quick. I'll be right back. All right, back again. Back again, my friends. Come on, people, who's there? Tell me who's there. Let's talk, let's have a chat. Ask me some questions about anything. Health, fitness, food, wellness, travel. Bali, Cambodia, Colombia, Europe, Austria. Everywhere I've lived. And some. Women, relationships, also a good subject. I like to talk about that. So Amy, where are you from? You're the only one that's talking to me at the moment. Strange that. Where are my friends from all over the world? Seem to be sleeping or something like that. Who knows? Anyway, it won't take that long, and then we can have a bit of an interaction going on here, because otherwise it gets a little bit boring if I have to hold a constant monologue to myself and a few people who are watching. Only 4 right now, but we were up to 25 earlier, and now we're down to 4. I mean, I stopped doing this for a long time. I stopped doing it for 6 months, so it's kind of like restarting is always a bit difficult, because you've got to get the traction again with the algorithm and also with the subscribers. I mean, I have something like 4,000 subscribers, but you know, it's not a lot. So just trying to rebuild this so I can get my community started again. Primarily because I want to help people, you know, I just want to help people live a better life, live a healthy life, live a good life, understand how to do that, and talk about life situations. And there's a lot of people who experience very bad life situations out there, and I'm very empathetic towards that, because I know myself, you know, even though I've been around for a long time and I've had wonderful experiences, plenty of bad ones too. And I've learned a lot from that. But yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working tonight, does it? No. Anyway, in that case, I guess I'm going to have to sign off, because it's been 15 minutes so far, and nobody's here. Nobody's here to talk to or with. I'll hang around a little bit longer and then see, give another 5 minutes, and then see if somebody comes on and wants to talk. It's as simple as that, my friends. Alrighty. Yeah. One of the biggest problems in Thailand are the motorbikes with the souped up exhaust pipes. Oh, it's terrible. They're so noisy and they're so loud and they're so crazy. They drive around, boom, 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 you know. It's just not nice, and it's above all, it's not necessary at all. Just ride a motorbike normally, especially if you're around, neighborhoods where people are living and sleeping. If you're on a main street or road or highway or whatever, nobody cares. But come on. Anyway, yeah, I myself prefer to walk. Hello there. I can't read where you're from because it's in another language. I'm not quite sure what it is. Where are you from, my friend? Hello, hello. I can't read the language there. Where are you from? Hello, you. Would you what? Would you what? Tell me what you're asking me, then I can answer. Just seen you online. Are you still in Thailand? Yes, I am, Dennis Stoikovok. I am. I'm back in Thailand. I was gone for 3 months. I was in Vietnam, and then I came back. Vietnam, Europe, and then back again. Hello, Shubek. Seems like a good idea. It is a great idea. The rest of us are a bit more than you got the what? I don't understand what you're saying, darling. Are you a man or a woman? Try and get a good what? Okay. Well, this is getting interesting now. I'm not trying to get a good what? Sleep? Or what? Good woman? Good life? I have a good life. Would be good for you. Got it. Blah, blah. Okay. Don't worry about me. I pretty much get everything I want to. Mostly. Within reason. And I don't try very hard either. Because I mostly work, believe it or not. Work and train. Work and train. Work and train and sleep. Sleep, work, train, repeat. How was Vietnam and how have you been to Da Nang? Is it any good for expats? Yes, I was in Da Nang for 2 weeks in November. It was terrible. It was raining and windy and cold. It was worse than being in the UK. There was nothing going on at all. It was dead as a dodo. And I found it to be a very overrated city with many old clapped out hotels and okay restaurants, but the food isn't great, and it's okay for expats if you want to live a cheap life, but it's not an exciting place to be at all. No, it's not. I would never. And I was in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. I was in what's it called? Bhutan, also close to Ho Chi Minh City. It was also very boring, terribly boring. The biggest problem about Vietnam is it's very oppressed. So the people are friendly. It's not exciting at all. It's just like whatever. It's just when you compare it to Thailand or Bali, it's just you cannot even compare the three. Although I would not recommend going to Bali at all, whether that's for a holiday or to live these days. In the past, it was great. I went there on my honeymoon back in 1998. It was wonderful then. Wonderful. How about Siem Reap for expats? Well, I lived in Siem Reap as well for a good year or so. Siem Reap is very nice. Beautiful little city. But it's also very small, and the expats there are quite unsavory. So it's not ideal because everybody knows your business, and if you're visible like I am, then they don't like you because they get very jealous. So for me, Siem Reap was not a good place to be. Phnom Penh was much better, the capital of Cambodia. But Phnom Penh, the problem with Phnom Penh is it's very dangerous, and there's a lot of petty crime going on. I had many phones stolen. I got my apartment broken into, gassed, laptop stolen. Unbelievable stuff happened, and the police don't care about anything. As a foreigner, you've got no chance to have any support from the legal side, from the police at all. You can spend a lot of money on lawyers, but it will get you absolutely zero, nowhere. Again, I keep saying the best place to live in Southeast Asia, Dennis, is Thailand. There's nothing else I can say to that because I've lived in most countries. Typically, what do you spend for a small apartment, food bills, etc.? usual monthly cost per month in Thailand? Well, it depends. I mean, you can spend as little as $200 for the apartment, and you can live off maybe $500-600 a month. So you can live under $1,000 in Thailand. But I have a bigger, nicer apartment in a good location. I spent about $500 on the apartment. Georgia, I have not been there. No, and I have no interest either. Yeah. Decent lifestyle. You can live in Thailand with €1,000 or dollars easily, very easily, as long as you don't go out and spend lots of money in expensive expat restaurants. That's the key, because the problem is, even though the expat restaurants are still relatively affordable and cheap, thank you, okay, it still adds up, because a dinner for two in a nice expat restaurant will come to about €60, and a dinner in a Thai restaurant for two will come to about 10. So there's a big difference there, But I mostly cook at home anyway. I cook for myself because I'm a keto-carnivore. I cook my own beef, bacon, pork with lots of eggs, fat, butter, and some herbs and spices, and that's about it. So 90% of the time I cook for myself. What's that? Oh. Door closing. Yeah, cooking at home is the best because I've had food poisoning many times in Asia, be it in Indonesia, be it in Cambodia, be it in Thailand, because you just don't know what they're doing with the food, how long the food has been there, how long it's been sitting out, what flies have gotten onto it, and what bacteria is in it. It's not a good thing, especially the street food. The only street food I eat in Asia is the grilled street food that is grilled in front of me, because at least that way I know that it's grilled, and then anything that may be in it is dead. So the bacteria is gone. But if you eat something like soup or something with sauces in some random restaurants, then you're rolling the dice. 50% you'll be fine, 50% you won't. And the other problem with most Southeast Asian foods are they have a lot of sauces cooked in seed oils, which are toxic and cause cancer, and they're also full of sugar. And that's a big problem if you want to be healthy. And that's the bottom line truth, I only cook in coconut oil or butter. And it's mostly any type of meat and eggs. I eat about 6 to 10 eggs a day. Right? Sometimes I just eat eggs, 10 eggs, and that's it. I don't need more. And I only eat one meal a day. Today I ate at 3 in the afternoon, and I've had nothing since. And I had nothing earlier other than coffee and water. So yeah, that's the thing. And the problem is, most foreigners that live here, they eat out because they think, oh great, Thai food is fantastic, or Indonesian food is fantastic, or Cambodian food is fantastic. But the bottom line is, it's not that great. It can be tasty, but it's always full of questionable sauces. All of the sauces that they use are firstly made with seed oils, which are toxic, cause cancer. Secondly, full of sugar, and then they add sugar to everything that they make as well. Right? Guys, don't forget to subscribe, please. Subscribe if you're here. Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, so, cooking at home is by far the best thing to do. There's just no doubt about that. Eat out sometimes, but yeah, you've got to be very, very careful what you choose. Because it's just, unless you go to an expensive restaurant, then you're probably okay. But, why spend €30 or dollars on a steak when I can cook a steak at home for €5 or dollars, That's the thing, when I make it myself, I know it's good, I know it's clean, and everything is perfect how I want it. And, if you're in a restaurant, you have no clue what's going on behind the doors in the kitchen. That's why they don't let you in. And don't forget, I used to own a restaurant in Bali until I got screwed over. And by the way, that's what I talk about in my Bali book, You Will Die in Bali. Please, the link to buy the book is in the description here. Please go there later and download it. It's only $6 or $6.90, so get it, and then you'll understand a lot of things that happened to me in Bali and why. You know, the next book I'm writing is about Cambodia, because that has to be exposed as well. You know, I have good things to say about Cambodia, a lot. I have some good things to say about Bali, but not many. But the thing about Cambodia is it's just run by a fascist dictatorship for over 45 years now, you know, and the people are brainwashed. They don't know what the hell's going on. And that's not the case in Thailand. Thailand is completely free. I mean, I would almost say it's pretty much on the same level as most European democracies. It's definitely further ahead than the US, that's for sure, because people are free here. There are real democratic elections, even though it can be a mess at times. But, you know, at the end of the day, it works, and the infrastructure in Thailand is fantastic. The roads are fantastic, the highways are fantastic, the trains are fantastic. You know, the healthcare is amazing. It's better than most European countries, better than America, that's for sure. Far better than South America, you know. So there's very little to fault about Thailand, very little. So yeah, that's the bottom line truth, my friends. In Bali, if you have a problem in Bali, if you have an accident with a motorbike or a car or something, you don't have the proper insurance, they'll take you into the hospital, but they'll just bandage you up. If you have a broken leg or broken this or broken that, they'll just bandage you up, but they won't operate on you unless you pay. Now, if you are unconscious, you can't pay, right? So then they make someone find money for you, and if you don't, then you basically run a risk of not making it. And that's the truth, because they don't care, you know? And that's not the case in Thailand. In Thailand, they care a lot. They'll take care of you no matter what. Of course, they want to get paid too, and they do. But here they do take care of people. If anything happens on the street here, if there's an accident, everyone stops, everyone helps, everyone gets out of their cars, off their motorbikes and helps the person, whether they're local or foreigners, it doesn't matter, everyone is helpful. Whereas that is not the case in Vietnam, that is not the case in Indonesia, and that is not the case in Cambodia at all. Because nobody cares. Nobody cares in those countries, my friend. Singapore, yeah, everything is great in Singapore, but it's so freaking expensive. It's more expensive than the US, New York, or Los Angeles, or London, in the UK, or Paris in France. It's just crazy how expensive Singapore is these days. And don't even talk about the Philippines, Jesus. If you have a problem in the Philippines, then forget about it, you know. You might as well just say goodbye, you know. That's the bottom line truth. Anyway, yeah, that's the way it is. That's Southeast Asia for you. But, you know, we have so many great advantages in Southeast Asia. The weather, the people, the culture, the beauty of the countries. It's all unbeatable. You know, Europe is fantastic. Parts of America are beautiful too. Loads of parts of South America are fantastic too. But nothing comes close to Southeast Asia, in my opinion. Australia can be beautiful too, of course. I've been there a few times. But it's so hard to get around. And here it's so easy to get around, even though Thailand is huge. And Vietnam is too. But Vietnam, man, oh my goodness me. No, not again. I was there for a month and I'm never going to go back. No point. No point at all. Just not doing it. Hello there. How are you? Where are you from? Cambodia? Thailand? I can't tell what language that is there. Help me out and tell me. Hello, the person who said hello at the bottom there. Who are you and what is your name and where do you come from? And the person who says, okay, I mostly cook at home, are you a woman or a man? So I always like to know if you're female or male, because that's important to know. Anyway, guys, there's not a lot of people here tonight, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to cut this one short. But I'll be back on tomorrow or the next day and talk some more, because, yeah, we got to get a little bit more active here to have a proper conversation. You know, it's been a while since I've been on YouTube Live, so it's not surprising, but there we go. It takes time. And I'm a little bit tired tonight as well. So yeah. It's already 9 p.m. here in Thailand, so it's a little bit difficult for me now because I'm an old guy. No, that's not the point. The point is, we've got to have something to talk about, people to be here so I can talk about those things. If not, it's not much to say. Is that other than that, I want to say is be healthy, be happy, eat well, avoid sugar, avoid carbohydrates, drink lots of water, have coffee, have tea, and just stay away from all the bullshit, okay? And don't trust anybody except for yourself, your family, not even your best friends. Not even your best friends. Don't trust them either. Trust me, that's a good word of advice from me, because I just lost a very good friend of 40 years because he betrayed me and lied to me. See you later, guys. I gotta go.